So I struggled a bit with what to call this video, and I settled on it keeps getting uglier because while this does look absolutely beautiful for the Rangers, the deal in and of itself is an ugly one. Like the return, it doesn't matter which side of the ledger you're on, you cringe and go, ooh, that is so one-sided. So that's what I'm going with here. Of course, we're going with the Mika Zibanejad trade here. And last time I called him Zibanejad, and that's how I thought it was pronounced, but I got flamed in the comments. So is it Zibanejad? Is it Zibanejad? How is his name pronounced? I've been watching this guy for years. He's honestly one of my favorite players, yet I don't know which way his name is supposed to be pronounced. I'm going to go with Zibanejad for this video. And last night against the Vancouver Canucks, 2 goals and an assist. This one, yeah, whatever, slides it by the goaltender. But this second one, the absolute high elite skill, I'm just kidding, it was an empty netter, but still 3 points for Mika Zibanejad last night. And this kid, man, ever since he's gotten to New York, it seems like every year his game is getting better and better. And hey, I personally think he is a truly elite number 1 center. Now, that's not to say he doesn't have any flaws. Of course he does, and his game's not perfect. But I think that this is the type of guy that you can build your team around. And it's not just the points. Yes, he's got 29 goals in 54 games, and he's over a point a game with 58. But it's more than that. And this contract that he signed, where it's $8.5 million until 2030, I think is going to look like an absolute bargain here, especially with the cap going up. Mika Zibanejad is honestly a building block for a team like the New York Rangers. This is the type of number 1 center, plus he's a right shot, the GMs dream of. And if you'll remember, Mika Zibanejad, I don't got to remind Ottawa fans, or Rangers fans for that matter, was traded from the Senators with a second-round pick that ends up being Jonathan Berggren, who's playing good hockey for the Red Wings, in exchange for Derek Brassard and a 7th-round pick. Now, if you haven't watched a lot of hockey the past few years, you're thinking, oh, Derek Brassard is still playing with the Ottawa Senators. That's good, right? That means he's been good for years. He's stuck with the organization through... Nope. He left. He packed his bags and went far away after just a little stint with the Ottawa Senators, and then bounced around journeyman style all over the league before settling back in with the Sens on a 1-year league minimum contract. This trade was an absolute fleece if I've ever seen one, and Mika Zibanejad looks like a bona fide superstar, and every time this guy keeps showing how good he is, this trade looks even worse for the Ottawa Senators. Imagine Mika Zibanejad on the Ottawa Senators right now. I know they've got Josh Norris, they've got Batherson, they've got Stützle, but Zibanejad would have been a great piece to build around if you're the Ottawa Senators. And I know the player that he is now isn't the player that he was when he got traded, but still, this is why you do your homework so you don't end up with stinkers like this. Or even better, if the Senators would have wanted to use Zibanejad as a trade chip for their rebuild, they could have got way more than Brassard and a 7th-round pick had they waited a year or 2. And I understand it's chips in at that point, but it's just hindsight is 2020. But I feel like even at the time, I remember raising an eyebrow and saying, huh? Really? Why? I mean, it is what it is. The Rangers have a bona fide superstar, and the Sens have a guy who came back to them on a league min contract. So I feel like this keeps getting uglier, and if I'm a Sens fan, I'm looking at it, and every time I see Zibanejad score a goal or make a great play, it's like, what could have been. And I'm one to talking about the Jerome McGinley trade from the Flame to the Penguins, which was horrendous. But, man, this one makes me cringe when I look at it. And good for him on the Rangers, but could have been a lot better, could have been a lot different. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.